Hey YouTubers, if you are entering a leg day, I want to show you a few of my favorite exercises, stretches, and a few techniques that'll help you improve your squat. Achieving the perfect squat is incredibly tough. It is extremely important to be foam rolling, stretching, gaining that flexibility, mobility. Foam rolling, it is super beneficial for it aids in recovery, increases blood flow, and overall helps with any of your performance. And I just kid you not, it helps a lot. Now that I started foam rolling, I really can't stop. One thing that you can do, you can use a foam roller, or you can use either a lacrosse ball if you want a little bit firmer, or a softball, baseball, tennis ball, whether it's aesthetic goals or strength, overall mobility, doing it correctly so you don't hurt yourself, and overall gaining new PRs. That's what we want. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. You're going to want to start off using the foam roller onto your soleus, that is the lower part of your calf, go all the way up to your gastric, go into your hamstrings, a little bit of quads, around your IT band if you prefer. Use some adductors, inner thigh work, glutes, great, hamstrings, hip flexor. All of those are really great to foam roll before doing any type of leg activity, and especially for me, squats. After you have foam rolled accordingly, starting from your ankles on up to your hips, come this way. One of my favorite hip flexor stretches would be placing your back foot onto a ledge, front foot up, tucking your hips underneath, upright position, feeling this nice and through your hip flexor. Then you'll go on to your other side. If this is too intense for you, go ahead and set your back foot down, tuck your hips, extend your arm up overhead and over to your opposite side. You should be feeling this running through your hip flexor. So that's an awesome hip flexor stretch to do before you go into a squat. Another one of my favorites would be an adductor stretch. Go ahead, sit deep, side to side. Nice adductor stretch. Lastly, we are going to go into some ankle mobility, stepping with your right foot forward about 6 to 8 inches away from a ledge or a wall, back foot just behind. Keeping the weight on top of your front foot, you're going to bend your knee over your second and third toe and complete a few reps, probably 8 to 10 reps on each leg. And then once you have completed this, if this seems a little bit easier for you, you can progress to doing a W. What that is a few reps over your second, third toe, going inwards and outwards. Finishing off your ankle warm-up, go ahead and stretch out your calves. Bend and straighten your back leg accordingly. This is ensured to stretch your soleus and your gastric, both parts of your calves. About a year ago, I felt everything in my quads. Whenever I would squat, I would not go all the way down. I would have a little booty wink. And now that I have been foam rolling, doing active stretches, creating more or less tension with my calves, making my calves a little bit more flexible. Since growing up dancing, I've always been up on my toes, so that just shortens the muscle. So lengthening out my calves, stopping some of the cardio because that'll bunch it all up, and incorporating some ankle mobility techniques. This has really deeply benefited me into my squats, so I can feel the activation through my glutes, my hamstrings, not in my quads anymore. I can go a bit further down. My posture's upright, and overall I'm super excited about it. So